Chapter 17 Natural Vegetation. Introduction. Vegetation is an important part of human life. It is difficult to imagine life without vegetation. Its importance has been accepted by our ancient scriptures and by modern science. India has a large diversity of natural vegetation. In terms of vegetation diversity, India holds 10th position in the world and 4th in Asia. A forest is a group of trees, and those trees which grow in natural condition without human help are called forests. Natural vegetation. The diversity in natural vegetation of India is created due to the following reasons. 1. Relief features. 2. Soil. 3. Temperature. 4. Insolation or sunshine. 5. Rainfall. 6. Humidity. Due to the diversified relief like mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, etc., a diverse pattern in vegetation is seen in India. There are different soils, example, alluvial, black, mountain, desert type, etc. in India. This variation in soils also creates differences in vegetation. The difference in temperature and humidity in cold Himalayan regions and in southern peninsular region also bring variations in vegetation. The insolation over any place depends on its latitude and altitude. Vegetation grows faster where there is more rain and insolation. Thus, there is a diversity in vegetation due to sunshine. Rainfall distribution in India is also unequal, which in turn causes diversity in vegetation. There are about 5,000 varieties of trees in India, out of which 450 trees are useful commercially. Besides, about 15,000 flowering plants also grow, which form about 6% of the world. Non-flowering plants like fern, algae, moss, etc. are also available in our country. India is famous since ancient times for the herbal plants. About 2,000 medicinal plants are described in Ayurveda. Thus, it can be said that India has a diversity in vegetation. Types of natural vegetation. Existence and growth of any vegetation depends on the climate of a region. In the regions of identical climate, the vegetation seen is mostly identical. Regions of such ecological similarities are called natural vegetation regions. On the basis of altitude, soils, rainfall, and differential temperature, the natural vegetation regions can be divided into 5 types. 1. Tropical rainforests. 2. Tropical deciduous forests. 3. Tropical desert vegetation. 4. Temperate forests and grasslands. 5. Mangrove or tidal forests. Tropical rainforests. Distribution. Tropical rainforests are found in hot and humid regions where annual rainfall exceeds 200 centimeters and temperature is more than 22 degrees Celsius. Such forests are found in area of heavy rainfall of Western Ghats, Lakshadweep, Andaman Nicobar Islands, upper regions of Assam, coastal Tamil Nadu. Trees. Trees found here are mahogany, ebony, rosewood, rubber, etc. Characteristics. Trees here are about 60 meters tall or even more. There is more humidity due to scrubs. There is no season here like autumn. As these trees are evergreen, the forests are also called evergreen forests. Tropical deciduous forests. Distribution. Generally, such forests are found in the regions receiving about 70 to 200 centimeter rainfall. Such forests are found in northeastern states, Himalayan foothills, western Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, eastern slopes of Eastern Ghats, Vindhya and Satpura ranges. There is a large proportion of these forests in India. Trees. Major trees found here are teak, sal, sesame, sandalwood, kher, or Acacia catechu, bamboo, etc. Characteristics. A major characteristic of the trees here is that the trees shed their leaves for 6 to 8 weeks during autumn. Every species has a different time to shed the leaves, so all the trees are never without leaves during any particular season. As these trees shed their leaves according to seasons, these are also called monsoon forests. Tropical desert vegetation. Distribution. Generally, such forests are found in the regions receiving less than 70 centimeter of rainfall. These are found in northwestern region Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, etc. Trees. Dates, jujuba, acacia, cactus, kijdo, etc. are common trees found here. Characteristics. The roots of the trees and plants here are long, deep and widespread. Leaves are shorter, which result in slower evapotranspiration process. Temperate forests and grasslands. Himalayan vegetation. 1,000 to 2,000 meters. High mountains of northeast, West Bengal and mountainous area of Uttarakhand. Tropical forests. Oak and chestnut. 1,500 to 3,000 meters. Southern slopes of Himalayas, higher areas of south and northeast. Coniferous forests. Pine, sal, silver fir, spruce. 3,600 meters and more. Higher altitude in Himalaya and near snowline. Alpine and short grass, tundra vegetation. Silver fir and birch. A major characteristic of the coniferous forests is that the trees have conical shape. Their branches lean towards the surface so that the snow would easily slide down towards the land. Tree leaves are long, pointed and sticky, which can conserve humidity for longer time. Tidal forests. Mangroves. Distribution. Tidal forests are located in the delta regions of rivers along the coast. These forests are found along Gujarat coast and in the marshy lands along the Bay of Bengal coast. Trees, Sundari and Cher. Forest products and their utility. Forests are useful to mankind in many ways. Timber wood from teak and sal is used for furniture making. Boats are prepared from the wood of Sundari trees of Sundarban. Sports goods and packing boxes are prepared from the wood of pine and chid trees. Turpentine is prepared from the liquid from chid trees. Sandalwood is used to prepare perfumed oil, cosmetics, etc. Baskets, toys, goods of home decoration, etc. are made from bamboo trees. Forests also provide lac or sealing wax, resin, gum, rubber, honey, cane, etc. Medicinal utility of vegetation. Sarpagandha is useful for high blood pressure. Limdo is useful as bacterial resistant. Tulsi is useful for cold, cough and fever. Aijun Sadad is useful for treatment for heart ailments. Billy is useful for gas and cough impurities. Galo is useful for diabetes, fever, joint pain. Harde is useful for constipation, hair diseases. Amla is useful for cures gas, acidity, digestive. Karanj is useful for skin and dental gum diseases. Besides leaf plates from kakro leaves, kateshu from khair tree, bidi from timru leaves are also prepared. Forests provide livelihood and food to forest dwellers. This way, forests contribute into the social and economic development of mankind. Environmental importance of forests. The environmental importance of forests is as follows. Forests are useful to bring rain. They control the atmosphere from becoming adverse. They provide life-saving oxygen. Forests control the floods. They absorb harmful gases like carbon dioxide. Forests prevent soil erosion. Forests maintain groundwater. Forests restrict the advancing deserts. Forests are useful in reducing air pollution. Forests enhance the natural beauty. Forests purify the air. Forests are ideal for adventurous tourism activities. Some forests are reserved with reference to national parks and sanctuaries and biodiversity. Forest conservation. Ecosystem is formed due to the interrelation of biosphere and mankind. But due to the anti-environmental activities and selfishness of man, the ecosystem is disturbed. Man's insatiable desire to procure land is responsible for the destruction of forests. Forests are destroyed also by increasing population, policy of establishing industrial units away from residential areas, urbanization, multi-purpose projects, construction of roads, jhum cultivation, to get timber and fuel wood, forest fire, etc. Ecological balance is disrupted due to the destruction of forests. Adverse effects are noticed due to forest destruction. These include decrease in rainfall, drought, global warming, greenhouse effects, advancing deserts, homelessness of wild animals, etc. According to the National Policy of 1952, there must be forests over 33% of the total geographical area of the nation. In India, forests are spread over about 23% area, while forests occupy only about 10% of land in Gujarat. Thus, it is necessary to prevent destruction of forests, and so protection and conservation of forests is necessary. Like to know. In Gujarat, white kakro, gugal, nilsoti, sesame, amli, atak, harde, etc. are placed in Red Data Book of IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, in on verge of extinction category. Remedies to conserve forests. In order to protect and conserve forests, the Government of India implemented a national forest policy in 1952. In 1980, the Parliament passed Legislative Act, and in 1988, a new national policy was announced. Following steps should be taken to preserve forests. Forests are our nation's resource. Take it as our moral duty to protect them. Tree felling should be stopped. Heavy punishment must be inflicted to those who cut trees illegally. To increase public participation in Van Mahotsav and social forestry, trees must be planted on either sides of wasteland, river, railway tracks and roads and raise them. Create awareness about environment through environmental education and school syllabus. Celebrate environment-related days. Like to know. Environment-related days. 21st March, World Forest Day. 22nd April, Earth Day. 5th June, World Environment Day. July, Van Mahotsav. 16th September, World Ozone Day. Take precautions to avoid forest fire, and in case of fire, It must be doused immediately. Use renewable energy resources such as solar energy, bioenergy, wind energy, etc. in place of traditional resources like wood used to get energy. Explain the importance of forests to people through broadcasting media and bring public awareness about it. Like to know. The year 2011 was declared as World Forest Year in order to bring global awareness. Social forestry means to manage forests to help environment, society and rural development, to conserve forests and plant trees. FRI, Forest Research Institute, undertakes forest-related research.